Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. ADA has been a cryptocurrency on a massive tear, and it's actually been one of my favorite and best performing long-term holds over the last couple years. I invested into ADA back in early 2020, and I have thus earned over a 20x return, and it's actually closer to 30x as we speak. This is a market that I expect to perform very well, and I invested into it because of the fact I wanted to have a hedge against Ethereum. So the question that I wanted to answer today was, can ADA flip Ethereum? Will we potentially see that type of a move coming? And where do I think the ADA stacks up long term as far as a price prediction goes? If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join my community on Discord of over 20,000 members and growing. This is where you're going to be able to congregate with the rest of my community and share your own perspectives on the market. Links are going to be provided for you in the description to go ahead and get that invitation link. Now, with that being said, if you're a new guy getting into these markets and you want to understand what it takes to be more profitable, I do have a free ebook that's also linked into the description, and that's going to be a great study guide for new guys to learn some more information and be able to come and make more profitable decisions inside of the market. With that being said, links are all provided for you in the description to go ahead and check that stuff out. And with that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so here we are taking a look at Cardano to start off today's video. We're going to be looking at the dollar pair. Now, a lot of people have kind of gotten shaken out because of this sell-off that we're seeing right now, and it's not just Cardano, obviously it's the rest of the market, but all in all, it looks to me like the altcoins are holding support and they're looking very strong. And so with that being said, what I really want to talk about most today was really just the market structure that I'm seeing with ADA. I want to talk about if it's potentially possible where we could see ADA flip Ethereum as far as market cap goes, because a lot of people have high hopes for Cardano. There's a big supporting fan base behind them. And I wanted to cover up a lot of thoughts and perspectives that I have on ADA as well, because I don't talk about it a ton on this channel, but I have been actively investing into this one for a long time, and it's been one of my best performing long-term holds. You guys already know where I've been accumulating. I accumulated spot at 4 cents, which would be, approximately here. It's not actually that exact price, but somewhere right around there. And then I actually opened a cross margin long position at 5 cents that I'm still holding to this day. I've got a ton of fees that I've racked up in that period of time, but between these green lines is really where I accumulated all of my ADA. And so it's been a very profitable increase over the last year, and I'm going to continue to hold on to this one because I really like this project long term. Now, the reasons for buying this, and if you guys watched my channel from way back in the day, we've originally started talking about Cardano back here in 2019, early 2019, and throughout that period of time, we've just been watching it for a long period of time go sideways and do nothing until recently when everything took off. Now, the biggest thing with Cardano is the fact that, to me, when I look at Cardano, it was always just a hedge against Ethereum. I've invested into Cardano with the thought in my mind where, what if something happens with Ethereum? What if the gas fees end up exploding once again and it becomes unusable? At that point, I think that there's a severe use case, or a significant use case would be a better word for Cardano in that situation. And that's really why I bought it. And it's actually outperformed my Ethereum investments, and it's performed a little bit better. And so I want to talk about a few things today. First things first, let's talk about what I see price doing right now. Now, we're actually on the 3-day time frame. If we go to about a weekly time frame, I think it's going to be a little bit cleaner to use. We're going to analyze candle bodies. So this was the previous high of the candle bodies for the weekly time frame at the top of the cycle, right? This wick, we're not counting that. We're going off of the weekly time frame. So the candle bodies closed here at a little over $1. So it was about $1 and $1.01. So we closed it a little over $1. Now, in this point, recently, we actually broke above this level, and then we got that correction back down. And when we bounced off of the candle bodies on the weekly, notice how that was the exact bottom for this correction back down. Now, what that tells me is that we've just got a successful break of the all-time high. Whenever we break the all-time high, this is always the thing that happens right before major price discovery. And price discovery is the most profitable part of the cycle. Obviously, it's not as profitable had you bought like the bottom, but nonetheless, this is the point where it becomes really easy easy to make money. It doesn't take anybody special. You don't have to have a ton of knowledge on TA. You just buy the breakout of the all-time high, and when it goes into price discovery, you know, nobody really knows how high it's going to go, but it's going to be making a lot of money the whole way up because it's going to be pretty much just going parabolic and vertical. So that's what I'm expecting to happen with ADA on the short time frames, and I mean, we're on a weekly, so the bigger time frames as well. All in all, I'm really looking at the long-term trend in general. And what it shows me is that we've got a successful breakout of that all-time high, and the next place to go from here is just literally straight up into no man's land. And so I honestly think that ADA is going to perform exceptionally well throughout that period of time, and that's why I wanted to talk about it in today's video. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, let's drop it to the even shorter time frames, and let's see kind of what's going on right now. Now, as it stands here, this to me just looks like consolidation. You know, it is possible that we could go lower here, but if we do go lower, I would expect it to be some type of a short-term bounce before we did do that. And then if we do go lower, it'd be closer to $1 to even 80 cents at our low point. And that's kind of what I would watch out for. But regardless, guys, if we do get an extended correction back down, it's just another opportunity to catch the lows at the previous all-time high. If we don't, you know, obviously we're just going to kind of go up from where we're at today. A lot of coins are actually reacting good, and that tells me that, you know, obviously the market's a little bit more bullish than I think a lot of people would like to think and believe. And so we're going to watch and see what develops overall, but I think that everything looks pretty solid. Regardless, I do expect that this all-time high is going to hold. We're going to continue to break out and go above and beyond in a new price discovery, and that takes me to the next point of the video. You know, where could we see the price of ADA going? What's kind of a long-term projection? And by long-term, I mean the next 7 months, because that's when I'm going to cash out. And really what I'm seeing right now is the opportunity for this thing to go up a lot more than people are expecting. I've seen a few different price targets thrown out there. $3 is a pretty consistent target that I see people throw out there. And before we even start drawing lines, let's actually just talk about Fibonacci. And let's see if we can get a little bit of an extension going over here. So if we actually go from the low to the high, back down to the low again, we're going to be looking at something like this. Our first extension target based off Fibonacci would be like $2.11. Our 2618 would come up here at about $3.95. So basically, that's actually $3.40. My bad. And then up here, we would have our next target at $4.69. And then we've also got this 4236. If you wanted to fractal in the 4618, you could as well. This is just your standard Fibonacci. But I mean, honestly, guys, the thing about Fibonacci is I don't claim to follow Fibonacci targets as 100% fact that it's always going to sell right there. They are accurate, but I find that they're a little bit more accurate with lower cap coins. I think that that's when it's actually a lot better, but even then you're still going to get variables and differences inside of the way that they move. Some coins are just going to go way so far past the Fibonacci extension targets, and if you sell too early and you try and sell all of your positions at those, then like you're missing out a lot of profit left on the table, which is once again, guys, why I'm selling based off of time frames. I think price is obsolete. Obviously, I want everything to go up to a high price because I make more money. But regardless, to me, when it comes to actually selling, price is not a significant valuation in my head. I don't look at the price a whole lot. Whatever the price is going to be at the end of the time frames in which I take profits is the point in which I'm going to be taking profits, regardless of what the price is. I'm just going to take the profits and be happy with it. That's the way I'm going to be going about taking profits at the end of this year. And the end of this year is going to be about here, where this black line is. So we have, you know, a decent amount of time. Keep in mind, this is a weekly time frame. We're just breaking out of these all-time highs. I expect things to just go pretty parabolic, and I have no idea how high, guys. I really have no idea. I think that it would be smart. I mean, in my situation, I accumulated the lows, right? I got in really early. I'm already up, you know, approximately 30x or so off of my long-term holdings. So I could sacrifice taking profits at this 1618 and being happy with that, considering the fact that I just gained, you know, 50 plus X at that point. And potentially, you know, if we shoot up to this 2618, which I think is pretty likely at this point, you know, we look at this and this is really just an early cycle. And when that happens, you know, I'm going to be up 100x plus, and so I'm happy taking profits at these fib targets. But for you people that are buying and getting in just fresh, which a lot of you guys that probably watch my channel are still actively investing, and if you guys are still actively investing, then the best thing to do is understand that it's hard to invest when you're buying in the parabolic rally, because nobody knows how high it's going to go, right? But all I can say is just be cautious, set stop losses, really protect your capital, because you're buying during the euphoria. It's going to be easy profits, but when you get corrections that come in, those one corrections will wipe out all your profits instantaneously. That's why people like me, people that averaged into the market at the lows, we can sacrifice holding through the dips because it's whatever, right? We've bought at the lows. Yeah, so what? It'll fluctuate a lot, but regardless, it puts us in a much more comfortable situation when it comes to selling into these hypes. For the people that have just barely started getting in that are still now buying, I would really pay attention to these fib targets, but at the same time, I would just focus at the end of the year. And so that's really what I wanted to say based off of ADA. I do think that we could hit some pretty high targets of like 10 bucks. It really wouldn't make me surprised at all to see that. We've seen parabolic markets in crypto do some insane returns. And so I would say like high side target, you know, probably like $5 to $10. I mean, that's a big gap. And I think that $10 would be a very maximum target to hit in this cycle. Like I stated, I'm going to sell based off of the time frames. I'm not going to really watch too many Fibonacci. But if you guys are watching this and you want to sell based off of that, then, you know, Fibonacci is a great place to start doing that. And so I'm just going to point out once again, guys, before we wrap up this video, is just to watch for this December end of the year time frame, closer to January, the end of the year, beginning of 2022. That's going to be the point in which you're going to really want to pay attention for these markets, for a cycle top, and really even a little bit before that. You'll probably want to start taking profits. And so once again, guys, if you like the analysis and what I do here on the channel, my Discord server is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to actually follow what I'm doing a little bit better. And if you guys actually tune into my live training that I'm going to be hosting over the next couple days, I'm actually going to be doing a live training. And in that live training, I'm going to go over crypto, go over my group a little bit, talk about some things that you're going to obtain through following my trades. And it's just really a good opportunity because where we're at right now is in the cycle where we're at the very beginning of things going very parabolic. And I follow a lot of lower market cap coins. And so if you want to know what I'm doing with my money, you want to be able to follow all those trades that I'm taking, all the stuff you never see about on YouTube, the Discord is definitely going to be the place for you to go ahead and do that. Now, before we wrap up this video, I want to talk about the Bitcoin pair because I think that the Bitcoin pair looks exceptionally solid as it stands right now. Now, let's actually draw a horizontal support line. And the real strong level that I would be watching out for is this one here. We can see this was resistance once, and this was technically a short-term support here. We consolidated below this as resistance. We got a little bit of a deviation, but we weren't able to actually hold above that. It was resistance here, and we can see that right now we flipped above it. And keep in mind, it is possible that this could dip for one more low off the top of this, but if that did, that's just a better buying opportunity, and that would tell me that Bitcoin probably bottomed, stole some short-term dominance back, and then we would expect to see the altcoins rise again, because where this is a pretty strong level, right? This is a pretty decent level, and for us to hold support above that would show that, you know, Cardano is going to be outperforming Bitcoin substantially, which is what we want to see. Let's talk about the Ethereum pair for Cardano too, because this looks a little bit similar. But we're at a kind of a point where we need to see holding support, and we're showing a little bit more weakness, and so that's not a very good sign. We're going to watch and see really what happens, but this is the level that I would have wanted to hold. This has been a pretty strong level. It's been support, it's been resistance through a long period of time, and it was short-term support here, but we're actually falling back below that. And so that's not what we want to see, because if this becomes resistance, you know, we would expect to fall back all the way down to about this level here. And that's not really what we want to see happening with Cardano. We want to see it continue to outperform Ethereum, which I would think that we would, but it's hard to say exactly. Keep in mind, this could go down just a little bit lower and then go back up again. But we are losing this level, and so that's looking a little bit weaker. But it looks good against Bitcoin, so, I mean, that's a win as far as that goes. The dollar pair, once again, is breaking all-time highs. This type of price action is pretty customary with the consolidation before continuation on the upside. You can see this chop down, up, down, up, down, and normally we get these buybacks that happen, and then we go into our next high. At that next high, I'm going to be looking to take a little bit more profits. I would expect some type of consolidation and correction after that, and so this is really just my all-around trading plan for Cardano. But with that being said, guys, if you waited to the end of this video, you know, you guys can sign ahead. You guys can go ahead and join my Discord server. Links are going to be provided for you in the description. My free ebook is also provided for you in the description. If you guys want to sign up and join my video course and signals inside of my groups, those links are provided for you in the description. Now, if you guys want to tune into that live training that's going to be going on I'm going to be setting that up over the next few days. When that actually happens, I'm going to be doing a bundle and a discount where you guys are going to get my course, you're going to get my signals, and you're going to get my new beginners course, which is still technically being developed as we speak right now. All of these courses you guys are going to get at a half off discount. It's the biggest discount that I've ever done on this channel. And so it's going to be probably the biggest one I ever do. And I'm never going to do another one like this because there's only 7 months to close out this year. And so I wanted to give a quick opportunity for all the new guys jumping into the market, all the people that have watched this channel for a while, people that have been waiting for a coupon to pop out on my video course and signals. Well, now you guys are going to get the opportunity to get all 3 of my products. And these are great resources for actually learning the markets. Like I said, this beginner's course that I'm creating right now, that is where you're going to learn a lot of the stuff about Uniswap, how to set up wallets, how to yield farm, what is yield farming, what is DeFi, some of those questions that a lot of you guys probably are wondering all the time, but don't really fully know. That's a course where I'm going to be giving that to you guys, and it's going to be a great beginner's opportunity. And you guys are not only going to get that one, but you're going to get the course for trading as well, learning my TA strategies. You're going to get that, but you're also going to get the signals too. So you're going to get everything. You're going to be able to follow all my trades. You're going to be able to learn from every single one of my resources, not only trading and TA, but a beginner's course. And so if you guys are just looking to get into the market, this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to do that. And so if you participate in that live training, I'm going to actually give you guys that offer. And so links are going to be provided for you in the description. If you do want to sign up, you guys can actually reserve your space today inside of that webinar. Inside of that live training, I actually am going to put a link in the description to go ahead and reserve your seat. Make sure you guys hurry and do that. There's going to be a limited amount of spots, and I want to make sure that you guys get in there before everything closes up. I wanted to get to you guys, my amazing community on YouTube, the first opportunity to jump in this. I haven't shared it on Twitter. I haven't shared it on anywhere else on my Discord or anything, and so I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to hurry up and reserve your spot today. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to be taking in the next few days to kind of get the word out a little bit about that so we can get as many people in there before the deadline closes and the reservations have been capped. So with that being said, guys, links are provided for you in the description. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. Thank you all so much for the support. And with all that being said, I look forward to catching you in the next video. As always, peace out.